I know. Some of you are saying WWJD, Jonathan. WWJD, Jonathan. What would Jesus do? You're not acting like Jesus. Well, yeah, I'm no perfect man. But do you know Jesus? Do you know the guy? Because a lot of y'all are worshiping some guy, and I don't know who you're worshiping, but it ain't Jesus. So the way I'm handling my page, I'm going to show you right here. I'm actually following directions directly from Jesus. Luke 11:23. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters. And I know that guy's always back there. Jonathan, you're taking it out of context. He's always there. He's on every Christian page. You're taking it out of context. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. For some reason, they haven't really bothered me yet. At least not on TikTok, not for a very long time. So even though I already lost that guy's attention, I'm going to go ahead and read the whole verse for you. And I'm going to do my best to break it down, too. Any kingdom divided against itself will be ruined, and a house divided against itself will fall. And nope, I'm not going to let y'all do that to me, not this time. If Satan is divided against himself, how can his kingdom stand? It can't. I say this because you claim that I drive out demons by Beelzebub. Now, if I drive out demons by Beelzebub, by whom do your followers drive them out? It's really easy to pick and choose miracles. That's done by God and that's done by the devil. But what fruit comes of it? That's the question you should be asking yourself, right? In other words, what's the result? Sometimes it can seem really bad, but the result can be very good. Like the results of unchecked optimism can be terrible. Like that submarine, remember that a while back? The submarine that blew up that went underwater? It's unchecked optimism. What's the result of pessimism sometimes? Parachutes, airbags. It's not always a bad thing. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue on with this whole verse. Quote by Jesus. Almost a whole chapter. Quarter of a chapter. So then, they will be your judges. But if I drive out demons by the finger of God, then the kingdom of God has come to you. When a strong man fully armed guards his own house, his possessions are safe. But when someone stronger attacks and overpowers him, he takes away the armor in which the man trusted and divides up the spoils. That's wisdom again. And as this whole quote goes on, it can get really bad if you let it. So if I let you, you're all just going to take my ideas. If I don't block these guys that are, those faces aren't bothering to give a like, aren't bothering to help this content get pushed out, they're just going to steal it all. They're going to take the words right out my mouth and give it to the masses. And it's fine taking the words out of Jesus' mouth, because it's all here for us. But, sometimes it's like my straight up edits. And I don't mind if you share my content, but don't take it as your own. Don't pretend it's yours. So I'm going to be an armed guard. And if I don't boot you out quick, and someone, with more popularity is going to come, take my ideas and use it as their own. So again, I'm just taking the wisdom Christ gave me and using it. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters. I already talked about that one. Let's go on. When an evil spirit comes out of a man, it goes through arid places seeking rest, and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house swept clean and put in order. Then it goes and takes 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there. And the final condition of that man is worse than the first. So again, if you're not following these directions carefully, then when you get an evil spirit out of you, a bunch more are going to come back in. And I've had to deal with this already. Like, I just quit vaping. I saw myself grab a Monster Energy drink again earlier today. I gotta watch out, right? And anyway, thanks for reading the Bible with me, and peace be with thee.